Now, we mentioned at the top of the show the effect of losing some players in the upcoming All-Filipino Conference, but what about the other side of things? Who needs to step up to help their respective teams succeed and so much more? Now, still with us to give us a list of players expected to rise this conference is PVL analyst Neil Flores. Neil, we have seen a great crop of young talent come in this year in general. So we're going to focus first on some of the sophomores in the sense that second conference nila in this next one. Ea Laure, Vanny Gandler, and Jolina De La Cruz. You take a look at those three names. What can we expect now that they've gotten their feet wet, now they understand the professional competition and the environment they're going to compete in?
Well, coming into this conference, each of these players that you mentioned will be taking on a different role. If they were rookies in the past conference, now they are really expected to deliver, especially with the key losses of their respective teams. You know, itong si Ea Laure, Vanny Gandler, and Jolina De La Cruz, they were the top recruits in their batch. But contrary to popular belief, I think that Vanny Gandler actually had the best performance among the three in the previous conference. She was the only rookie to end up in the podium.
Yeah.
And she did come off the bench most of the time, but she delivered every single time. For Jolina and Ea, there were a couple of inconsistencies, but they were number 30 and 39 respectively in the scoring category. So that is expected to improve coming into this conference.
And of course, we'll talk about another one who is expected to step up kasi wala na si Gia de Guzman with Creamline this conference, Kyle Negrito. Now, she has been in the league for quite some time already. So what can we expect from Kyle this conference?
This was also asked kay Coach Sherwin Meneses nung press con nung PVL, but he wasn't worried at all. He was very confident kay Kyle. Kyle has had her fair share of international exposure.
Right.
She was also mentored by Gia de Guzman at some point. And again, as long as she follows the system, similar naman sila when it comes to low-fast setting. So it really boils down to the perspective of Kyle on how she will view kung paano niya bubunutin yung mga plays at the perfect time for their squad.
So,
I love what you said about, Gia mentoring Kyle because Kyle will also be taking on a different role as she mentors one of their alternate setters, also si Bea Bonofe, diba? So what can you tell us quickly about Bea Bonofe? Have you seen her game?
Yeah, during her time with the UP, she has that potential. Tapos masusuportahan pa siya ni Mafie Galanza, the sister of Gemma Galanza, who has also been out of the PVL scene for a long time. So she will be taking on that leadership role. But I'm very confident that she will deliver because when you take a look at her skill set, she's a hard server, she can block well, she can also defend well, and she has that connection with her teammates already. So again, no major adjustments system-wise pagdating sa Creamline.
Alam ko system-wise, no major adjustments, but adjustments will be made because of the personnel not there and personnel there. Is that position in particular, the setting position for Creamline, probably the most under pressure position now in the league so far, just considering who left and, of course, what the expectation is from Creamline?
Yes, of course, because when you take a look at the backup setters, kailangan pa nila mag-ease in dun sa sistema ni Coach Sherwin compared to their system before na you have Gia de Guzman as a starting setter, tapos meron ka na agad backup Kyle Negrito. Now, they still need to go through the training para maging solid din yung backup setters nila.
Now, just to circle back on the names you mentioned a while ago, itong si Ea and then si Jolina, both of them were a bit inconsistent as you did mention. What do you think would it take for them to find that consistency dito sa bagong format natin and of course with more teams present?
Simple, it's really their passing. They have been the targets of the hard serves of the servers dito sa PVL. But now, na alam na nila kung gaano kabigat yung services na kailangan nilang i-receive. I think na makaka-adjust na sila.
All right, Neil, maraming salamat. Really appreciate all your insights. We can't wait to see you all around the Philippines covering volleyball sa PVL.
Neil on tour with the PVL.